back to my favorite series in the entire world. Hi everyone, Milan here, and it's time for today's episode. So, Italy didn't colonize too many countries during World War II. Yeah, it was just Eritrea, Somaliland, which has been taken over by Somalia, and Libya. And the only other countries that speak Italian are San Marino and the Vatican, which means that there are 6 countries that speak Italian. So it's time to make a continent just for those 6 countries. I am dead serious. I'm just gonna do the easy thing for the microstates because you can't even see their flags since they're so small. And I also want to make them bigger anyways. Okay. I can remove them from this. Let's move Italy first. Sardinia will become its own country. The song I Am Very Badass by Your Favorite Martian has been stuck in my head this entire day. I have no clue why. What, was it because it came on my playlist while I was in the shower last night? I'm gonna decide where the continent is after I trace out and color in all the different countries. Congratulations, Slovenia. You no longer have the 3rd smallest coastline in the world, not including islands. I don't know if including islands it still is 3rd or not. I'm just saying that because I know not including islands it definitely is. The only 2 with shorter coastlines are Monaco because it's a microstate and Bosnia because of a certain country that has a name that rhymes with Brotatia. Okay, let's outline Libya now. This will mean that the Chaldeans will have access to the water. Oops, wrong layer. Can nobody have a come at us? I've done so many mothers. People call me Adipus. Most iconic line ever. No, it isn't because the song came out a month ago. I have this strange feeling that the next YFM song will come out within a month. I mean within 2 weeks of when this video is uploaded. I have a feeling it's in the next week, but I'm just going to increase my chances by saying in the next 2 weeks. When I step on a Lego, it feels pain. Guess how many push-ups I can do? All of them. Can nobody ever come at us? I've done so. Sorry. Wait, I haven't put in the green. People call me Oedipus. Overall, this will be way better because the people from the countries of Niger and Chad now have access to the ocean. And Malta truly has no neighbors. And I haven't even moved Eritrea yet. AKA the North Korea of Africa. By quite a bit the smallest of the three that I'm moving. Who would have ever guessed? This means Ethiopia is no longer landlocked. Oh yeah, I guess moving Italy also made it so Liechtenstein and Austria weren't landlocked anymore. Of course, also gave Slovenia a better coastline. I'm going to make this Italian continent in the middle of the Indian Ocean because Italy and India both begin with I. Logic with a capital K. Time to add the Vatican and San Marino. Oh, it's not a PNG. I can fix that. After I add the Vatican and San Marino, I'm going to make Sardinia its own country. with its own flag. Which, just like the East African Federation, I'm going to be making myself and not do any research. Because research is boring. Says a person who considers himself an expert on geography. Wait, what type of video is this again? It's still not going to be the biggest country in the world, but definitely not the smallest. That title currently belongs to Monaco. Yeah, not a PNG either. I can fix that. Oops. Can nobody have a come at us? I've done so many mothers. People call me adipose. The Italian continent will have 6 different countries in it, all of which have one official language, Italian. The Vatican no longer speaks Latin. It's just Italian now. Let's just move it a little bit farther out, and perfect. The Italian continent is done. Let's see how long I've been recording. Only 12 minutes. Good. Perfect. Obviously, Czechia and Poland have basically the same flag. One just has a blue triangle added onto it. Not to mention that Poland just has an upside-down Indonesia/Monaco flag. So the only solution is moving Poland for absolutely no reason and giving it and adding it to the Madagascar subcontinent and give it a new flag. Romania and Madagascar have gotten pretty lonely, so we're adding another country to the subcontinent. I'm going to put its current flag on it, even though I'm going to change it right after it moves. So that means that Czechia and Slovakia are no longer landlocked. There is now only one landlocked country inside of the continent of Europe, and that country is Luxembourg, which at one point was not landlocked. But I decided that Belgium needed to come back from the dead. Oh yeah, I forgot Turkmenistan was over here. So since Turkmenistan is kind of part of this subcontinent, I'm just gonna change the orange parts of it to green. Because all the countries in this subcontinent have green, red, and white flags. And also, of course, change the shade of green as well. Change the shade of red. Changing the orange to white. And Turkmenistan is now part of this as well. And now to make Poland part of it. Poland. So, for Poland, I'm going to add a third stripe in the middle. Wait, that would be Bulgaria. Okay. We're adding a stripe on top. There we go. Poland is now part of the Madagascar subcontinent. And to stop the invasion from continuing, people inside of the East African Federation abandoned those islands and dug a canal between them and Turkmenistan. I was stuttering there because I didn't know if I was going to include Madagascar in some way in the name. The Madagascar and Turkmenistanis invaded the islands and made them part of the country. And also over for here, we need to make Corsica a country now. I'm going to just remove this part and add something there. Okay. I think I'll make it a different shade of green for the flag. Maybe add some white in the flag, like right there. And maybe like a light blue. Now we have Sardinia. And since Poland has mysteriously disappeared, Germany is obviously blamed for it, so they are banishing it away. Ooh, Germany, you killed Poland, we think. Which will also mean that Luxembourg will have a coastline, meaning all countries in the continent will have a coastline. Which will also mean that Liechtenstein is just holding on to Austria for dear life. I guess they don't actually border Germany, though. Which also means that Europe is split in two, which I will solve in a second. Why don't I remember where I moved Denmark? Oh yeah, I moved it down here. So Germany is obviously being sent to North America. Psych. The Germans found out where the Polish were, but they've adopted a new flag. Germany crashes into the continent. After a long voyage at sea. And then the predictable happens, they get invaded. So it is being turned into another country in the Madagascar subcontinent. It's still a subcontinent, even though it's pretty large because, you know, it's that close to Asia. A canal's worth away from Asia. Oh wait, away from Africa, sorry. But, I mean, that does qualify the same with the Americas and Africa and Asia. So that means that Madagascar is now a continent. It keeps getting bigger and bigger. Now, the last thing that I will do for this video is move Malta to be closer to the rest of the Europeans and use it to get rid of the big gap in Europe. I'm just connecting that so it's an actual bridge and you don't have to still take a small boat. Okay. Now we move Malta. Wait a minute. Actually, I think I'll actually put it here. Wait, no. The only logical solution is making it Nordic. My plan is to move all of these countries back near their original place. Well, except for Albania and Israel. It's still going to stay in Europe, but, you know, just not there. Also going to move Portugal and Brazil. I might have to shrink Brazil down so it can fit in the continent, but, you know, that'll be fine. So, wait, this has been it's been 23 minutes. I'm Milan, and all of you have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!